What is up, folks? We are back. Avery Sports Show, the webcast. Livestream.com/Avery Sports. Call into the program 780-628-1771, extension code 260. And like I said, we got to call our guest now, so we will do it right now. We're going to call Brad Slater from the Fan 960 out in Calgary. Let's dial him up right now, see if he's good to go right now. So we will do it if I type on the Skype, which is my new de facto way of contacting people. Is it gonna work? Ringing.
You have reached the voicemail box of
Later.
At the tone, please record your message. When you are finished recording, you may hang up or press pound for more options.
Hey Brad, if you see a weird number calling you, that's me, Avery, on the show. Call back if you can. I'll call you back again, Brad. See, live programming. You never know what's gonna happen. I don't know. I'll send him a text in a second here. That's funny. People always, my guests, honestly do get confused because when I set up interviews, I use it for my cell phone or a home phone. People think that's the show number, so they're expecting to see the home number because for some reason, even though I'm in Canada, the show number sometimes or the Skype number will be based out of the US or a part of Canada that's not Edmonton. So it throws people off, and that's why I gotta get a new number. It's funny. It is incredibly funny as to how that works out. Anyway, though, we'll do it in a second again, but I do want to say this though. For the opening ceremonies though, London, that was fantastic stuff. Big props. That costed over what was it, like a few $1 billion to get everything going. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. Danny Boyle, the guy who produced Slumdog Millionaire, did a fantastic job with opening ceremonies, going through the history of England, the Industrial Revolution. You had the humor, the Queen, James Bond. You had Mr. Bean in there, all that shenanigan, tomfoolery stuff. I mean, it was fantastic. Although, what I heard was that some people said, one, took too long. Okay, and they weren't just talking about just the main, song and dance and all that stuff. They're talking about it took too long to get through all the countries. We had over 200 countries, right? How many countries there are that compete in the Olympics, in the Summer Olympics? That's a ton. It takes a while to get from Afghanistan to Zimbabwe. That's gonna take some time. We can't just have them all go by on 4x4s, waving their flags. Woo! Whoop! Whoop! There goes Afghanistan. Whoop! There goes Canada. Whoop! There goes Brunei. Whoop! There goes Bhutan. Whoop! There goes Denmark. Woo! We're done. We can't do that. You gotta give them time to walk around. It takes time. I remember, there's commercials. There's so much that goes into this. You can't expect it all to happen by the time you cook your pasta. It doesn't work like that. You gotta have some patience and watch. And the second thing was people saying that it was too British. Let that sink in for a bit. That's what the awkward pause was for. Too British. Ha ha ha. And London hosting the Olympic Games. I'm done. That's it. You can't say anything more on that. I can't say anything more on that. Jeez almighty, too British. Anyways, alright then. That's incredibly interesting. Hey folks, like I was saying though, before the break, Canada, 4 bronze medals. I'll admit though, not the start we all were hoping for. It wasn't the greatest start in the world, but now we're on the board finally. Judo. Antoine Valos Fortier got a judo bronze. Congrats to him. Because Canada, we're not really a huge judo nation. We haven't gotten a judo medal since Nicholas Gill. He got a medal, and ironically, he's now the main coach for Valos Fortier. I remember when Nick Gill got his medal. I remember when Nick Gill got the medal in Sydney. I remember that. He's now the main judo coach. That's fantastic for him. I know when it comes to combat sports, we're more better than wrestling though. But hey, we'll take a judo medal. Then of course, the weightlifting. Christine Girard, weightlifting bronze. Congrats to her. Not a weightlifting nation. We got a weightlifting medal. That is huge considering the nations that compete in weightlifting. Romania's, the Kazakhstans, Czech Republic, North Korea's. Those are all weightlifting powerhouses. So to be on a podium in weightlifting as a Canadian athlete, that is very impressive. Fantastic stuff. And then of course we got medals in synchronized diving. You don't see that much. I mean, we're getting medals in non-traditional Canadian medal sports. That should be stated more. That should be praised more. But what do we see? People laughing and saying, oh, judo's not a real Olympic sport. Could you even take one throw without busting your shoulder? Dude who sits on the couch and eats Doritos all day? I highly doubt that. People make fun of race walking. Could you, for example, one of the distances for race walking is 50 kilometers. You there with a gut, who's 400 pounds, who's making fun of those guys for a technique. Could you even go 20 kilometers? I doubt that. In fact, you probably couldn't. Because last time you did a belly roll, the Olympics were in LA in '84. I mean, my gosh, don't make fun of that if you can't even consider doing it. What's the point? You look like a freaking fool. You're better off closing the laptop and throwing it off your balcony. You're better off doing that. Absolutely silly. Don't bash. We're in no position to bash right now. We're 32nd in the medals tables. No bashing right now. Only give these guys praise. Heck, today, tennis. Look at Milos Raonic against Joe Wilfried Tsonga. The match. Tsonga won the first set, 6-3. Milos, 6-3. And then 25-23. Yes, he lost to Tsonga, but 25-23 in tennis is madness. Ironically enough, happened on the same court as the Wimbledon final between Nick Mahou and John Isner when they went 70-68. Took 3 days to finish up their match. I mean, right now, we're not in the spot we want to be, but it could be worse. I'm satisfied right now. Let's stop the bashing. Let's enjoy what we have. We still have track. We still have so much more. We still have women's soccer. They could medal in soccer. We still have so much more to be proud of. Stop your bashing. Stop the pessimism. Stop the narcissism. Stop the pessimistic attitude. Cheer up, for crap's sake. Anyway, take a commercial break. Come back. We'll try and get Brad Slater back on the show. Avry Sports Show, livestream.com. Want to call into the program? Number to call, 780-628-1771, extension code 260. Don't you dare turn this off.